Hello again and welcome back to another one, and we have a story to cover that has gone full circle instead of drama at every arc, which kind of connects to my last video since we talked about Shady Records for a bit on that one. And as we dive into the action, if you're here for the first time, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So it all started with a report that claimed that Eminem's label was seemingly considering the release of something Shady 20 related, possibly featuring Griselda and Boogie, and the source for this report was the artist that designed the Shady 15 artwork, Mike Saputo, after he shared this on Instagram with the caption. So sometime last year we started working on some things to celebrate Shady's 20th. I worked up a ton of logos and other assets for it. Ended up the project never made it to the light of day, unfortunately. So I was left with a whole bunch of stuff I thought came out pretty good, but nowhere to use it, such as the design life. Here's a first batch of just some of the stuff I did. There was a ton. I am particularly fond of the Deadpool-esque logo done on the Scam's mummy from Slim Shady LP with the bandages forming an XX. So the artist never actually said anything about an album featuring new signings like Griselda or Boogie. That was just a suggestion from the article going off Shady 15, and Westside Gunn reacted to the news with this: "You learn something new every day," to which Boogie added, "Definitely, LOL." And the Shady Slander began as people on social media are pretty much looking for opportunities to bring down anything Eminem related, even when the source is reaching, but the plot twist is yet to come. One user states, "At the end of the day, Shady isn't promoting/marketing Griselda as a label of its stature should. Shady is stifling their uncontested talent growth. In my opinion, they don't need M cosign. The streets have already inducted Westside, Conway, and Benny into our concrete bleeding heart." And I'm not disputing this opinion, but if only the user read the article, the user would have known that this wasn't the time and place to drop opinions like this in the first place, since the source for the article never mentioned Griselda or an album. Moreover, people need to realize that they actually don't know the details of the kind of deals Shady signed with Griselda or Boogie. Deals vary, and the label's effort depends on these details. One user drops a gem: "I didn't realize there were so many experts in running a label." And that's in response to the users in the replies that acted like industry vets. Another drops this: "This brother M sounds amazing talent and does absolutely nothing with them, not." Which gets this reply: "He lets them do what they want and gives them creative control over all their own stuff, unlike a lot of artists that sign other artists." Conway specifically said M don't interfere with his work at all. And while this drama was going on, some people jumped in with hot takes about some of the logos that Mike designed because of the XX on it. Brace yourselves for the stupidity incoming. Wonder where he got that idea from, and this is accompanied with a gif of Karen Kells with XX on his shirt, insinuating that Kells owns the rights to Roman numerals. And moving on, Paul Rosenberg was about to step in to end these rumors for good. He jumped in stating, "None of this is accurate. The art was created for a vinyl box set that was scrapped due to production time. Sorry guys at Westside Gunn and Boogie." Now, Paul doesn't usually respond to rumors, but since Shady artists reacted to the report and Twips ran with it as a sign that Paul and M didn't know what they were doing, perhaps he made this an exception, and the user throws in the proverbial wrench into the wheels of the wagon dragging Shady. "I bet that stands who threw shade at Shady Records looking stupid now." And some users show their hand that they were just looking for something to use to drag Shady, even if it was a report that was reaching. I get more of their projects aren't on the Shady, but can someone promote Griselda and everything they're doing like WTF? Makes no sense. Show your support, they're on your label after all. This user pretty much answers his own question in the first sentence. I get most of their projects aren't on the Shady. It's like people forget that business brought these parties together, not friendship, and many in the replies have thanked Paul for clearing things up, and even Boogie has reacted to his post. Love you Paul, Shady Gang, Shady Gang. And the fact is, people act like they know the details of these new signings, including the budget allocated, that they expect Shady to push these new artists akin to 50 Cent, forgetting that it takes more than just talent to make it in the industry like 50 Cent did. Potential dictates these deals, and even 50 explained explained this in his book when he was talking about why other members of G-Unit failed to run with it when he passed on the torch. Shady Records has had its issues, evidently, but let's not act like signees like Joe Button would be a fraction of 50 if managed better. That's delusional. Share your thoughts below, like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.